I need to go to the store. So I think I'm going to check the full levels before we go. Oh dear, the price did come down an awful lot. That's unfortunate. However, nearly 12, nearly 13, over 9. For the most part, I think we've done okay. As I said, it's not the bestest price, but hey, it is more income. And that's it on wool production this year. So it's not the bestest we can do, but it's more income for the farm. So I'm okay with that. And I could put those pallets back in the shed so they're not in the way. In fact, I think I might do that when we get back. Just have to remember to stick them in the spawn point once the sheep start producing wool next year, because otherwise you fill up that spawn point within about 8 hours, 12 hours. You'll get messages saying, hey, there's too much wool. Now I do have that auto-load trailer in the shed with next to the telehandler. Really handy, because you can just drive past wool pallets and it will automatically suck them dry. And saves picking up 15. I did at, no, I think one of my trips I had somewhere in the region of 24 bales on a flatbed, just stacked 3 high, and kind of interesting. Can't remember if I tipped it or not, but it's sort of, I really don't like doing that. And the problem is the best time to sell wool is approximately the same time it's best to sell sheep. So you're trying to, you're running down here with a full trailer of wool 3 times, and then running up to the animal dealer, which is further up the road, another 10 times or more. 10 times is 500. Yeah, I mean, with the amount of sheep we have, we're actually going 15 trips to the animal dealer at 50 cows a trip. Okay, there we go. Money. Yay, money. 27,000. Well, that's not to be sniffed at. Does that put us up to about 50 total for wool? Yeah, 64. Maybe 65 if you round the pennies. But definitely got a nice amount of money. I don't have to spend any more money this year unless I need to make some money. So if I'm doing a fertilization contract, I'm going to have to buy fertilizer. But they're going to pay way more than I spend. So not too concerned about that. But apart from that, as I said, we're pretty much sailing. There might be some diesel refuel costs. Oops. But apart from that, yeah, we're really fast tracking through the summer. So this early summer thing, it was something I noticed in the growth calendar, the geo that is installed for this farm. Potentially barley can be harvested sometime in the next 3 game days. And what that then means is, this is our turn, you can plant corn today and tomorrow and the day after, and then you can't plant any more corn. So you can harvest barley early summer, plant corn immediately, and harvest corn in the fall. And then as soon as you've harvested the corn, you can replant barley. Not ideal because they're all wheat, not wheat, they are all cereal crops. And so they don't go well with crop rotation. But yeah, we didn't sell those. Well, that sucks. Why didn't we sell those? So there's more money to be made on this trailer. That's annoying. As intimated, I'm going to put these in here so it's not such a ordeal getting the truck out and ramming into these things. I guess we're going back to the store to sell the rest of that wool. And as I mentioned earlier, this is the fuel trailer I bought because my JCB was having refueling issues. Okay, I need to jump out of the cab and do a little bit of that. A little bit of ramming into trailers, why not? A little bit of third person driving. I think what I'm going to do here, since we have to go out again, I'm going to load up some sugar beet pallets and take them out to the sheep fields. 2 per field. Okay, we'll take them one at a time because that's a thing. Ugh. As I said, now that the sheep are 250 per field, actually I'm not sure we've still got 250 per field. That's the thing, now that they were still breeding up until the end of late spring. I'm just not sure if they did anymore. Okay, that's 2. Yeah, the wool sale serves me right for not going third person and checking that all the bales had sold. But I'm guessing we should have, there's probably another 8,000 on the back there. So 478,000 we could end up with for the day. And 2 more. Oi, oi, oi. Come on. Okay. And we'll put one in the middle of those 2. We'll strap that on, and then we'll grab another one. And 9:30 in the morning. Okay. that there. We will attach that there. And we'll drive it. Oh, that's quite precarious. So good job, me. Also, with less than 250 sheep per field, the mess that they make is going to be that much reduced. Okay. I'll take that off. And that one. Stick this up here with the full stuff. I'll strap that back. Alrighty. So yeah, we do have 250. We're going to have to deal with this later. I'm going to deal with that later in the afternoon again, around about 4 o'clock. Gate. The rest of them we don't need to open the gates to get in. Just drop them over the hedge. Or fence. Or wall, depending. Now, again, reason why I'm not driving through the hedges like I normally would is because pallets and bales, I've said bales and harvester headers, but pallets are also something that doesn't play well with hedges on this map. So we just... and I keep forgetting, and I'll drive up to a hedge and drive into it, and then the pallet will hit the hedge, and it's like, oh yeah, they don't go through the hedges. So jump back in the cab. And the other thing I do consider this time of year is maybe not cleaning up the sheep quite so frequently. Doesn't matter if their health drops a bit because they're not producing anything. That is the feed area. Okay. Since they only produce wool during the spring, and they only produce tiny sheep during the winter and spring, it's really not too concerning if you don't keep their feed areas as clean as you could do. So the only thing I need to worry about is grass in the top field, but especially last year where we had a lot of sheep in that field, the grass spillage wasn't significant enough to result in their enough food for their trough. So I kind of have to visit all of them in order to make sure that the grass is all fully topped up. But again, it's not something I really have to concern myself with because they're not productive, so their health or lack of health isn't going to affect. All they're doing is they're feeding. Oops. And I can't do anything about that. They're going to eat the same no matter what health level they're at. And if I don't keep them fed and watered, they will die, because that's a thing in seasons for 19 and 17. Whoa, jeez. There we go. Thank you. Yeah. The bale or the pallet will not go through a hedge, and that was the problem there. I just got totally caught up on the hedge. Well, I guess I can do the rest of this third person, because really we are not... It's not like driving a tractor or a truck where camera position is higher. We do this quite low down, so we can see under all the trees. Okay, we are back here and crashing again. Maybe I should start a crash counter. It would get very high very quickly. Okay, we'll try and swing this bale through, or the pallet through the thing. Interesting. Let's okay, well that would explain why yeah, what about the rest of it? Come on. Okay, so what's that? 13 for actually. That was kind of a good deal too. So there was more on that trailer than I thought there was. How much did we sell last time? Oh, I don't know, of course. Total of 41,000. ZX 560 for sale. All this for sale stuff. Ooh, that's big and pricey. 240 horse. It's a collection wagon. Still got a class collection wagon, which we bought and haven't really used. Initially, I was using that to feed sheep over the summer. To save on the hay supplies, I would run a single mower and a collection wagon on one of the big tractors, and we would partially fill the collection wagon. I could have filled it completely, and unload what the sheep needed in grass, and then dump the rest into a silage bunker, and towards the end of the year cover it over and make some silage. But not really an operation we've done much of since moving to this map and incorporating Maize Plus. I don't feed the sheep that much grass unless they spit it out by the trough, because why not? Okay, sliding around all over the place. So I think, what is the time now? I'm going to fast wind the time a bit more. Okay, let's fast wind the time really a lot. Jump out of the truck so that we don't age it significantly. Okay, that's probably a better time. Let's slow that down. So grass silage is down quite a bit. Okay, there is enough capacity for all of the things. Oh, excuse me, sorry. We will throw that in there. We will throw, that should go away. No. Oh, 600 litres. We'll take a chainsaw to it. No. Okay. And this should hopefully completely disappear. Please completely disappear. Good. So this field here is not the one I'm doing. This field here is the one I'm doing. So needs water, cleanliness 67%, whatever. So again, just sufficient work to keep the sheep alive for yet another day. And really now we are beyond farm work for another 3 game days, I guess. Roll it down here, I'll park it next to the taps. If I can find them. Bring a mower down here and again, that is going to be, what, 600 again? 400. That's fine. And I'm probably need to get the flatbed on the truck, which it already is, and keyboard misbehavior. Bring some more silage bales out to the field, because obviously they are now running a little bit short. Oh, didn't make it. Jump, go. Oh, that's not good. That's really bad. 17 litres. Only one thing to do. Take it up to the other field. Because if I walk too far away from that bale, it will vanish without any benefit to me, although 17 litres is, yeah, whatever. So when you lose 3,000 litres because there wasn't enough capacity in the feed trough, that you get a little bit upset. This, I will drive it through the feed area. And it will disappear. Yay. Okay, that's Oakfield Farm. Yeah, I think there's enough room for 4,000 there. Seriously, now the grass is filled up. I don't know. We'll take this and chunk a little bit of it. I think this is the... Nope, they don't need hay, they need silage. Hopefully 4,000 litres. Yes. And they still have capacity for more. So, farm has good amounts of money. What I was looking to buy is in the... was either this thing here, which has 45,000 litre capacity, or the T430, which only has 30,000 litre capacity. I think the horsepower is almost the same, 626 and 626. So yeah, they run the same header, they run the same horsepower, they just, one has a slightly larger capacity than the other one. This one matches the capacity of our Dan Gravel trailer, so that might be a thing. This is a high horsepower. yeah, it is what it is. And the Panther 2, I guess the Panther 2 is to the Tiger 6 what the T430 is to the T440. Except that has lower horsepower as well, but yeah. We can afford, I didn't look, I didn't pay attention, I think we can afford any of those. Actually, that's cheapest. That's the most expensive, that's $495, that's $435. But we can pretty much use any of these now. And those are just things that pick sugar beets up off the ground. And frankly, there isn't enough room to swing one of those in the yard. I ended up using a belt system to get the trailers loaded. Okay, I guess I'm going to take this round the corner because it's just easier. I think the reason the wool didn't sell is sell at the sell point is because the Land Rover has a low hitch, so the back of this is just too high for the sell point. And that's why we ended up bringing a wool pallet back with wool in it. But those can now sit there. Until next year. And I'm not going to use this trailer for moving bales. As I said, we'll probably get the truck because that's an auto load. And we'll just run out, drop all the bales off. It'll take about 18. But I don't need to do that today. That can be a tomorrow job. Hi, dog. Find out. Dude, where'd you go? Oops. I decided to sit under the front wheel. Okay. I think we'll call it a day. We will be back next Saturday, but it's going to be a little bit later than normal start because I have to take teenagers out to a event. Drop that off, park this in the garage, well, in the shelter. There we go. I am stuck. The magic of beaming between vehicles. Okay, we will feed the dog. Field states. Growth. Oh, there are actually ready to harvest fields. Those will either be unlikely cotton or barley. Or something completely different. Alfalfa, that's barley. That's barley. Those two are barley. Are they ready? No, they have already been harvested. Wow. Okay. Well, that happened. So there is the possibility that there are harvesting contracts. No. So yeah, we're kind of short of contracts for the moment, but barley contracts are possible. But outside of that, it looks like we might be back next week. I may pass time so that there is some harvesting to do. But we are moving this on quite quickly because I'd like to end this series soon, so we can move over to Farm Sim 22 and start a new story. But for now, have a good weekend, have a good week, and I will see you next week, as I said, a little bit later than normal. But for right now, I'm out of here.